They're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Taylor now from the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go, D. Hey, yo. 51's the mic, boy. 51. I got him.
Cousins on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Go.
Now Cousins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for Cincinnati. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins.
Under 10.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. Not much there, only a yard. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. This is Hamler on the receiving end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Oh, he bowls over him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Touchdown, Bengals! Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Flacco and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Hey, check Mike. 5-0. It's Mike 6. Pick it up. Mike 6. Rewind. Watch a slant.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping. And right away, he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Switch. Zebra. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Following the interception, Cousins slings this deep for McLaurin. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play. You come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball. Couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
Cut. Watch the twist. Watch the gun. Mike 6. Mike 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Flacco. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Cousins to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it is 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Brian Burns In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. Mike 6. Regular. Danny. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6.
They're going to look to throw on 4th with Flacco. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To pass, Flacco. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Mike 6.
Stop your whining.
Hey, check Mike. Red. Mike 6.
Here we go.
Mike 6. Check Mike. Gun. Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Hey, check. Yeah.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Flacco. Being chased out left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Motion, pop. 3 wide. Check Mike. Mike 6.
I got you.
Mike 6.
I'm going
Red.
to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Shift. Watch the shift.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Eluding now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports.
22's coming, Mike. Right here. Hey, can't.
Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Now Cousins. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
22, he's coming. 22's coming, Mike.
To throw, Cousins. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Here's a diving catch right side. A gain of 6 there on first.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay?
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. On third down, Cousins. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys.
Touchdown, Bengals. KJ Hamler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Gordon on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
That's it, baby. That's it. Leon, wait.
Mike, 6. I got you. I got you, son. I got you, son. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Mike, 6.
1. Hurry up.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
What's tight? Tight end's right. What's tight? Tight end's right.
Hey. We got 3. We got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
Gun. Hey, check Mike. Check Mike. Mike, 6. Mike, 6. Here we go.
Flacco now on 4th. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
First down. Here's Cousins.
Stay with your man.
And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this all the way inside the Jets' 20 into the red zone. A big play there just before halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Cousins now. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bengals just continue to pour it on. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. You remember me? You remember me? Yellow, yellow. Bang, 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 bang. Swing. Bang, bang.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range now at the 27-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Ball.
Mike 6. Mike 6.
Here's Flacco. Escaping the and he's going to go down again. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Mike 6.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. He'll look downfield for Waller. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Bengals are going to take over once again.